If you're an Uber or Lyft driver and you're thinking about starting an LLC, this video is for you. Basically, we'll be covering everything you need to know about LLCs for rideshare drivers. Should you get one? Should you not get one? What are the benefits? What are the cons? As well as how you can actually set one up today. So let's first talk about what an LLC is. An LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. And it's basically a separate legal business entity that a lot of small business owners choose to use. The main purpose for an LLC is to actually create separation from you and the business, meaning the business, which is you being paid as an independent contractor from Lyft or Uber, actually gets sued, then they can't come after your own personal assets. You as the owner are not personally responsible for any business losses or debts, and that basically means that they can only come after the assets of your LLC. Now, in terms of taxation, an LLC is basically taxed the exact same way as a sole proprietorship, which is probably what you are right now. And since you're self-employed, you're paying that 15.3% self-employment tax on all your income, which is actually not good. So if your earnings from ride sharing are about $40,000 to $50,000 or more per year in net profit, then you guys can actually start an LLC that's taxed as an S Corp. Or if you want, you can just go ahead to creating an S Corp directly. They're both fine. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, this can save you guys a good amount in taxes every single year. We won't cover why that is in this video, but we do have a ton of other videos explaining exactly what the reasoning behind this is. So now let's talk a little bit more about your specific situation as a ride share driver. So if you're working for Uber and Lyft, these companies are going to classify you, the driver, as an independent contractor. As such, this means that you are not directly employed by Uber or Lyft. This also means that they are not responsible for your actions while you are out driving. You're liable for your maintenance, you're liable for providing your own car insurance, and if there's any accidents that happen on the job, then you may be liable as well. While not every Uber or Lyft driver needs an LLC in place, I will say that this will save you from any big expenses in case there are some legal issues or you're sued. And again, having that layer of protection between your personal and your business finances is very, very important. So if you guys are just doing this on the side, you're not making that much money from it, then I'll say you don't need an LLC or any type of business entity. But if you are doing this full time and you are bringing in a good amount of money, then it definitely might make sense for you to create an LLC. So now, how can you actually create an LLC for your business? Well, there are a bunch of steps that you guys need to take. You guys can pause this video and see the steps right here. And within each of these steps, it gets a bit more complicated. But just for the sake of this video, I'll say that doing this yourself is not easy. It requires a good amount of paperwork. And the thing is, since this is your first time doing it, you might not do it correctly and you won't be in compliance, which is very, very important. So that's basically just why I recommend using an LLC formation service. There are a couple really good ones out there. And in this video, I'll show you guys exactly how to use IncFile, which currently is my personal favorite. It basically allows you to set up an LLC within like 5 to 10 minutes. It's super, super affordable and it just makes the whole process a lot easier. Another really great option is Zen Business. I've used them as well. Very similar pricing, also very good customer service. So it really doesn't matter which one you guys use, but yeah, use one because it's going to save you a lot of headache. Both the links to IncFile and Zen Business are going to be down below, and those links are going to take you to the exact pages you need to get to set up your LLC. All right, so if you guys click on the link down below, it's going to take you to this exact landing page, and what we're going to do is come here to start my business. From here, we'll go to entity type. You'll select LLC. We'll select our state of formation. So I'm in California, so I'll select that. It's going to take you to their 3 different pricing options. Silver is basically free. You're just paying the state fee of $5 for California. But for 99% of you guys watching this, I would say don't go with the free plan. It is a little cheaper, but it's a lot more headache. And the one that you are going to definitely want is the gold plan. This plan means that they're basically going to do everything for you. And it's going to ensure that you are compliant when it comes to creating your LLC. If you want to ball out and have expedited filing, as well as business contract templates and a domain name and business email, then you guys can also go with the platinum. But for most of you guys watching this, I'd say go with the gold one. So we'll click on this. We're going to enter in the contact person. So that's going to be me. After that, we'll enter in my mailing address. After that, we'll click next. Now it's going to have you enter in your state filing time. So if you don't want to pay any more money, you guys can just select this one. But if you want it a lot faster, you guys can select the faster option. Next, we'll enter in the company information. So this is really going to depend on what you want to name your company. It really doesn't matter that much. Let's call mine CC Driving. services. We'll select a designator, so you guys can select from these options depending on your state. Make sure this looks good. We'll select our number of members. So since it's just me, I'll select 1. We'll type in ride sharing driving services. We'll enter in our industry. For the management method, most of you guys are just gonna leave this as is. We'll select our company address information. You guys can use their service, but for this video, I'll just use ours and select the pre-populated one. Click next like that. It's gonna ask if you wanna upgrade to the premium service package. Up to you guys. For this video, I'll just say no thanks. Next, we're gonna enter in the member information. So we'll just select these to pre-populate that. Percent of ownership, 100%. Now for the registered agent information, I just recommend using IncFile for your registered agent. It is free for 1 year, but if you wanna be your own registered agent, you guys can select that as well. The only bad thing about that is that your information is going to be public. After that, we'll enter in the information here. We'll enter in an SSN. Don't worry, that's not my real one. We'll enter in the physical street address. Next, they'll ask if you want to set up a small business bank account. We'll just select not at this time. We'll say not interested for this either. Business licenses, no thank you. And then we'll make sure that all this information looks good. After that, we'll click next. And this is basically where you just enter in your credit card information, just like this, and then click complete and pay. Now, when it comes to having an LLC, of course, it is more expensive than just being a sole proprietor. That's one of the biggest cons of forming an LLC. Depending on your state, there are going to be different annual fees. There's going to be different things you guys need to fill out. And so it's really, really important if you guys go this route to have an accountant to make sure that you are in compliance. For example, in California, there is a fee of $800 per year minimum for your LLC. And so yeah, you just want to keep those costs in mind and see, is it worth it to actually do this? Again, like I said earlier, if you're making at least $40,000, $50,000 net profit per year, then creating an LLC and electing it as an S corporation is going to save you a lot of money in taxes. But of course, you're going to need an accountant to help set this stuff up for you. If you aren't making that much money, it's just a side hustle, then an LLC is probably not going to be needed. It's basically just going to offer you more protection in case you do get sued. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Anyways, everything we talked about in this video, it's going to be down below. And yeah, I hope you guys found this video really helpful. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like this. This whole channel is dedicated to giving you guys free guides and tutorials helping you to start up your business. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.